world all about parenting. Today we are coming up with another essential topic which every mother, father should know. Even if you are not, it will be good to understand the basics. That is functional parenting. What is functional parenting? It is a parenting style or the nature where the function as a mother and father is taken care about the emotional needs. Always myself and my husband have an argument the way I'm friendly with my children and the way my husband is strict with my children. In between, I feel that what he tells is also correct, because when the way they respond to me, like they're talking to their friends, so my husband always tells that she is your mother, you should respect her what she is. She's not your friend to speak like this. To your friend you can speak. So this kind of thought, or this way my Jones started telling my children, I also understood the importance of functional parenting. Yes, I want my children to be friends so that it actually a stress buster for whatever workload we are having, or whatever emotional thing, whatever is happening in our house. Our children gives us time to giggle or laugh it around. Yes, that is needed, but they cannot be in the shoes of a friend of mine, because it compromises the authority of me as a parent. If you see the emotional quotient as a parent, yes, our children should be in love, they should be self-esteem, and they should grow in such a way that the children's emotional needs are taken care. But as the child is growing bigger, each father and mother has different functions to be performed in the each developmental stage. If we speak about a 1-year-old child, yes, the father and mother's major role is to give them food, maybe secondarily breast milk or formula feed or any food items what you're giving, changing the diaper, giving him bath, and singing some lullabies. So this is the way the functions of a mother and father of a baby. But when we talk about 6 to 8-year-old child, this is no more a major function of a mother or father. Whereas we should make sure that the child will come into a system, whereas the child eats by himself or herself, the child will take care of all the basic needs of the life independently, whereas the child does the homework properly, the child is able to get into the system of schools, so that the fun part is not only taken care. Yes, fun part is needed, but this many things need to be taken care when we speak about the parenting of 6 to 8-year-old child. When we speak about a 15-year-old child, above all these things, the discipline plays an important role. Yes, we set a time limit for children, that this is the time limit or this is the boundary you need to follow when you are a part of this life. Dealing with emotional issues of a growing up adolescent, dealing with the maturity issues or the menstruation issues, a challenge for the parents at that particular age. At that time, again the functions of the mother and father will change, because we need to make sure that the child is entering into an adulthood. So even though we like our children very much and we know the emotional character need to be inculcated, if you're not taking care about the functional aspect of parenting, we are not allowing our child to become an independent, matured individual. So this particular aspect will be compromised if we are not helping functionally. As the child grows bigger, as I already said, the functional role will be very prevalent, and the height is our children will never like when the parent sets limits. But when we are setting limits, even though the resistance inside the family or the friction inside the family is increasing, it is very clear what is safe and unsafe, what is appropriate and not appropriate for them. It is quite difficult at particular time, but when the child grows to a bigger stage, the child will recognize and analyze why my father and mother said so. So it's okay to be functionally dominant than thinking what how my child will perceive me, or the love of my child towards me will be reduced. Always remember that as a mother, as a father, I have an authority on my child. Do not do anything that compromise the authority on my child. If you're speaking practically, my child can get another n number of friends, but my child cannot get another parent other than me and my husband. So this is the importance of the shoes of a parent and the authority to guide the child. And if the child become deviant, or the child is not in a good manner, no one is going to criticize the friends. They will say whose house this child belongs to, or who's the father and mother who made this child irresponsible. So these are the comments you can really listen in our society when a youngster goes in a different way. Another important point, we need to understand that do not make our child our confidant. It is a very common practice that out of stress or out of inability of the parents, we tend to speak about our frustration to our children. That is, the grandmother is doing like that, or my mother-in-law is doing like that. But try to avoid this kind of talk in front of them, because the way as an adult I speak and the child is totally different. The child is not mentally, emotionally or intellectually developed to understand the negotiation between what you want to talk about another role or another person. Another essential part is do not criticize the school or the teachers in front of them, because what you want to say they may not understand, or they try to play safe in such a way that they will speak bad about the school and the teacher, which will be very dominant among their behavior, and that can create a havoc among the friends. By the end of the day, he or she will be caught for bringing rivalry or bringing any kind of opinion difference in the school. Do not share much about your personal details. I'm a person always telling that our children should know what is the capacity of a family. That means this is my financial status, I cannot go beyond that. Yes, this way I can tell in nutshell and make them understand what socioeconomic status they belong to. They should not think that his friend is having so and so thing, I also need to have. So this way we can limit, but not into a depth where the child should rationalize on our basis. So this way we need to be taken care how much I can share about the family. Nevertheless, never share your personal story with your child. Suppose I had an issue with someone in my childhood and this is the way I dealt with. At that time I'm too young to deal with that particular thing. Now if I share this to my child, when my child will be in a mess or in a dilemma where I say no to him, he will put out, Mama, you were like that at this particular age. So this way they will give you back things. So these are some of the things I need to understand, that my emotion need to be taken care, whereas the functional aspect of the parenting need to be applied over the emotions, so that I can do my parenting role well. Hope the functional parenting is well explained and we are clear with what we are when we are in the shoes of a parent and as a human being. Till we meet the next week with another good topic, stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.